Have you ever stopped to wonder why some people seem to attract money with ease, while others are constantly struggling even when they're working their hardest? The truth is simple and brutal. The wealthy follow invisible principles that most people completely ignore today. You're going to discover the 4 biggest financial secrets revealed by billionaire minds like Jack Ma, Robert Kiyosaki, and Napoleon Hill. And these aren't tricks or shortcuts. They're real strategies that silently shape fortunes every day. After years of studying what truly works, I can guarantee you, when you understand what they know, your relationship with money will change forever. Stay with me until the end. Get ready to never think the same way again. The problem is that most people are trapped in an invisible cycle of scarcity. You wake up early, work hard, pay bills, try to save. But the balance at the end of the month is always the same. Frustration. It feels like the harder you try, the less you have left. And time keeps passing. Then you see someone who doesn't work as much, but lives comfortably, invests, travels, prospers. And you think, am I doing something wrong? The answer is, maybe not in the effort, but in the strategy, because the difference between those who get rich and those who stagnate isn't just in how much you earn, but in how you think, act, and make decisions with money. The system wants you to stay distracted, consuming, getting into debt, believing that only a miracle will change everything. But the truth is that those who change their path change their destiny. And that's exactly what you're going to start doing today. In this video, you'll gain access to 4 powerful keys to change your financial life. The first comes from Jack Ma, who warns about silent habits that keep people poor and that almost no one notices. Next, we'll dive into Robert Kiyosaki's teachings, learning how the rich use debt to get richer while the poor sink in it. Then, reveals the 7 assets that transform work into freedom, even while you sleep. And finally, we'll explore the immortal philosophy of Napoleon Hill, which shaped the mindset of thousands of millionaires around the world. All of this explained in a practical, direct way with examples you can apply today. Jack Ma, the mindset of poverty. Jack Ma, billionaire founder of Alibaba, once said, "Poverty is not the problem. The problem is the mindset that keeps it." He's right. Because most poor people don't realize that it's their invisible habits that keep them exactly where they are. The first habit is waiting too long to start. People say, when I have more time, more money, more certainty, But those who build wealth start with what they have not, with what they wish they had. The second habit is procrastinating important decisions. While the rich decide quickly and act, the poor hesitate, overthink, and let opportunities pass them by. The third habit is seeking comfort instead of growth. They avoid the discomfort of learning something new, trying something different, or taking calculated risks without leaving your comfort zone. Financial evolution doesn't exist. The fourth habit is complaining instead of taking responsibility. Poor people blame the government, their parents, their boss, the crisis. Rich people take responsibility and ask, what can I do with what I have? The fifth habit is consuming more than producing. They buy on impulse, spend money they don't have, and think they deserve immediate rewards. The rich live below their means to consistently level up. And the sixth habit is disbelieving in others' success. When they see someone winning, they say it was luck, a scam, or privilege. But those who want to grow learn from those who have already succeeded. If you've identified with any of these habits, the good news is you can change. Grab a pen and paper now and write down which of these patterns are present in your life. Awareness is the first step of transformation. And changing these habits can open the doors to your financial freedom. Robert Kiyosaki. The rich use debt differently. If you've been told your whole life that debt is bad, prepare to deconstruct that myth now. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, states that the rich use debt to make money while the poor use it to lose money. The difference lies in the type of debt. Bad debt is what takes money out of your pocket every month, like financing a new phone, taking out a loan to travel, or financing a car that only depreciates. Good debt, on the other hand, is what puts money into your pocket, like using credit to invest in a rental property, a profitable business, or a course that will increase your income-generating capacity. Kiyosaki explains that he used bank money to buy properties that paid for themselves with the rent received. The tenant paid the debt, while he kept the profits and the property's appreciation. Meanwhile, millions of people go into debt to support a lifestyle they can't afford. They trade freedom for status and end up tied to bills for years. They think they're living better, but in reality, they're digging a hole. Want to know if a debt is good or bad? Ask the question, will this debt generate money for me or take money away from me? If the answer is take away, run. If it's generate, study, plan, and act strategically. Immediate action. Analyze all your current debts, which are liabilities that drain your income, which could be transformed into assets. Changing this perception is essential. Because while many run from the word debt, the rich transform it into leverage to accelerate their financial freedom. Kiyosaki's 7 assets that create freedom. After understanding how the rich use debt to their advantage, it's time to take the next step. Building assets that work for you. Robert Kiyosaki teaches that the secret to financial freedom lies in accumulating assets that put money in your pocket every month, even if you stop working. And he lists the 7 most powerful assets. For this, rental properties, which generate consistent income month after month. Own businesses, especially those that can operate with a team or automation. Dividend-paying stocks, which distribute profits without you needing to sell anything. Real estate funds, which allow you to invest in properties without physically buying them. Intellectual property, such as books, courses, or music that generate royalties. Franchises, which come with a tested and replicable business model. Digital channels, like a monetized YouTube channel or blog that generate revenue even while you sleep. The common point among all of them is simple. They don't depend on your direct time to keep producing money. You plant once, and harvest many times. While many limit themselves to working for a salary, the rich create income streams independent of direct effort. This is what allows them to travel, rest, or change direction without depending on anyone. To start, choose an asset that is within your reach right now. It could be a digital course, an ebook, a small monthly dividend stock purchase, or even creating content online. What matters is taking the first step and starting to build your passive income machine. Because true freedom isn't about working more, but about making money work for you. Napoleon Hill. The power of mindset. You can have the knowledge, the tools, even the resources. But without the right mindset, everything crumbles. Napoleon Hill, author of the classic Think and Grow Rich, understood this almost a century ago. He spent over 20 years studying the greatest millionaires in history and discovered a clear pattern. Wealth begins in the mind and only then manifests in real life. According to Hill, everything starts with a definite purpose. Most people live on autopilot without a clear goal. The rich have a specific financial objective, defined deadlines, and a consistent action plan. Another central point is faith in one's own ability. It's not about religion, but an unwavering belief that you are capable of achieving what you desire. Even in the face of difficulties, you continue to believe. Because, as Hill said, doubt is the killer of dreams. He also talks about the power of mental repetition. Reading your goals aloud every day, visualizing the outcome, feeding your mind with images of success. This reprograms your subconscious. It makes your actions move in the right direction. Finally, Hill teaches about disciplined persistence. Many people give up at the first obstacle. Millionaires don't. They adjust their path, learn from mistakes, and keep going until they win. If you want to build true wealth, you first need to think like those who have already achieved it. And that starts today. Grab a piece of paper now and write down your main financial goal for the next 12 months. Put a value, a deadline, and visualize the path. Because everything your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Now you know the habits that prevent you from prospering. You've learned to use debt intelligently, discovered assets that generate money while you sleep, and understood the power of the correct mindset. These aren't just financial tips. They're practical tools to change your life. But here's a truth many ignore. Knowing changes nothing. If you don't act. Many people watch videos like this, feel motivated for a few minutes, and then return to the routine that keeps them stagnant. Don't be that person. Take at least one idea from this video and put it into practice today. It could be cutting a habit that sabotages you, starting a new asset, or writing down your financial goal. The difference between those who get rich and those who continue to struggle month after month lies in the decision to act consistently, not with fleeting excitement. You don't need to have all the answers now. You just need to take the first step and keep going, even with fear. Because financial freedom is not a destination, it is a journey. And today,